So I suppose the first thing that's worth mentioning is I've never really been a truck guy. What I've always analyzed in driving and in cars is the experience as far as how connected you feel to the road and how fast you feel you're going or you are going. And that works great for sports cars that I've been fortunate enough to drive so far, but well, this is a whole new ballpark because today I am driving a 2017 Ford F-150 Limited, and it is anything but small. I mean, that's the first thing I notice when I hop into the cab, and there's no way around it. This is simply a massive car. I mean, big for big cars. I'm driving by Escalades and I'm towering over them, and that isn't an exaggeration. Here's one right now. And this car is a solid couple inches taller, and it feels a lot longer. And driving a big car, especially as someone who daily drives a Miata, is a little bit intimidating. I am overly self-conscious of the dimensions of this car. I have to take corners wider than I think I would. I'm terrified that I'm going to scrape into cars when pulling into parking spaces. But I do have to say, and I've had the luxury of being able to drive this vehicle over the past few days, you do get used to it. It's a little smaller than you think it is. It is hard to see over the far corner of the hood, but like with anything, you get used to it and you start to know where your space is. Once you get over the psychological barrier of this being a gigantic car, you start to be able to enjoy it. And that's a good thing because there is a lot to be able to enjoy in this truck. Surprisingly, the beating heart of this F-150 is their EcoBoost V6. EcoBoost just being a code word for turbocharging and direct fuel injection. So yes, this big bad American truck is powered by a turbo V6, something I'm sure a lot of people never thought they would end up seeing in a Ford truck. Another strange thing, that turbo V6 is connected to a 10-speed automatic gearbox. Maybe that's the gearbox they were using in all those Fast and Furious movies. Let's go through an exercise, shall we? Close your eyes and tell me I am not describing to you a premium luxury sedan. This truck has a fantastic leather and plastic, but quality plastic interior. It has great comfortable leather seats, which are immensely adjustable. They're heated and cooled and have a massage feature. The back seats are heated. There's Apple CarPlay. There are interior lights, LEDs, that you can change the color of through this fantastic touchscreen menu. This is the limited package, so you're gonna get these nice, albeit fake wood accents, but they look great. They look like any fancy coffee table you've ever seen. You've also got this beautiful dual sunroof, which stretches nearly the entire length of the roof, which you can pull a shade over if you don't want the sun, or if you do want that light coming in like we do right now, it slides all the way back. In fact, the front section will come back so far that you can take the drone that we shot this beautiful shot with, set it on top of the roof, and just take off from there. It was a lot of fun. Being back there is simply as pleasant as being up front. The legroom is insane. I was in the back seat of a 5 Series BMW just recently, and there wasn't as much room as there is in the back of this truck. I mean, it feels like a stretched limo comparatively. And it's not just quality materials, this truck is smart as well. Connected to this navigation screen is probably one of the coolest implementations of, well, it's not a reverse camera per se, it's almost a 360 camera for your truck. As far as I can tell, what they do is they'll take a lot of wide-angle cameras from all around the truck, stitch them together, and in this little slit right here on the menu, you get a 360 view of the truck and exactly where you are within that space. So anywhere you're backing up, anywhere you're navigating, you're getting a live view of everything that's around you. Not only very cool, but sometimes very necessary in this gigantic car. If you were to take a list of features of this truck and generally any mid-size sedan from Audi, BMW, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you scratch the names off of the top of those sheets, you'd be hard-pressed to tell which is the purpose-built luxury car and which is supposed to be this heavy-duty truck. And it's a little bit strange that I'm using all of this language to describe an F-150 because the origins of the pickup truck are much more humble. Although Ford had been making pickup trucks since 1917, it wasn't until after World War II in 1948 when we saw the first F-Series truck, the F1. But pickup trucks were still treated very much as a piece of equipment or an appliance, and it was obvious in the way that they were produced. You got the engine, the steering wheel, the pedals, and that was it. Nothing more than you needed. But as the sales continued to succeed, Ford realized that its customers may want a more comfortable cabin to spend time in. And so over the course of the over 60 years that the F-150 has been on the road, we have gone from bare sheet metal to this. I think it's an amazing time for American cars. I think they used to be the butt of some jokes as far as reliability or build quality, but I have been thoroughly impressed with some modern American vehicles. The Corvette that I drove recently, if you haven't checked that video out, here's a link, was so much fun, and it was a true competitor to the competition offered across the globe. And this is on par with many European luxury sedans that I have driven. I honestly, the quality of materials is amazing. I'm blown away. So I don't think there's the excuse anymore that an American car is a cheap car. Obviously you can find cheap American cars, but if you want to go luxury, you can go American now. And when you add all of these elements together, you get a fun car. I honestly didn't expect myself to come to that conclusion. I'm sort of principally against big cars. They don't allow you to feel what's happening with the road. They aren't tight handlers, but you really have to let go of that notion. What this car is about is being just a one-man band. This thing could do anything you ask of it. If you wanna take it on a road trip with a bunch of your friends, you've got plenty of room. If you need to go pick up a lawnmower and take it to service, you can do that. You could go tow your boat. You could just go get groceries. I mean, it's truly a Swiss Army knife of a car, and it's not like I can find any sacrifices. It's comfortable to be in. You get decent gas mileage when you couple the turbo V6 to the 10-speed gearbox. If you've got money and you need one car and you have a variety of activities to achieve, I would suggest this. And it's not even slow. I mean, you'd think maybe losing 2 cylinders would sacrifice performance, but you put your foot down and this wave of torque takes this massive car up to any speed that you want. It's fun, and I feel like a king. I just don't think there's any substitute for being the biggest, baddest thing on the road. I am literally above other people, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little bit intoxicating. And people have as much pride in their trucks as any sports car. Have you been to the Midwest? Have you seen the lifted trucks, the slam trucks, the compensators that roam this flat land? Hey, speaking of slam trucks, see?
Oh my God.
They're everywhere. They've got a culture all their own, and I'll never disrespect that. A love for your car is a love for your car, and I can get on board with that. And after driving this today, I think I might love them too. Hey everyone, thank you for watching the video. If you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We've got some cool new projects coming up, including working with the Chicago Auto Show. Keep your eyes open for that. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. If I missed anything, any facts, any specs, or if you disagreed with my opinion, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.